Welcome back, Smutterflies.
Hello. Oh, it's nice to be back, isn't it?
It is. I mean, for everybody else, nothing's happened,
changed.
but we haven't sat down together for a hot minute.
Well, it was supposed to be last Monday was our little reunion, and then I was sick.
You were.
And then we were going to record on Wednesday. We just went for coffee instead.
Yes, we have seen each other.
So we have seen each other once. But yeah, this is like the first. How long has it been? When did you go away? When was your wedding? It was like the beginning of July, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the first couple of days of July.
Yeah, I went to the wedding on the 3rd and then, the wedding was on the 2nd and then I went on holiday on the 3rd or 3rd and 4th, I don't know. But yeah, it's been a while.
It's been ages, guys. So all the sort of what we've been reading that you've been hearing over the last couple of weeks has been a bit outdated because it's all pre-recorded.
Yeah.
But we're back now.
We are. What have you been reading? What are you reading?
I'm trying to think the last time we spoke and what I've read since. So I finished audiobook in Memory Puller, outstanding. I started audiobook in Blooms of Darkness, which was your author spotlight last month, right?
Month before.
And yeah, I'm really enjoying. I'm not far in. I'm like 2 chapters in, but I'm really enjoying it. And then what have I read? I think I finished my author spotlight, and then I think I just went straight into Chronicles of Kings and Councils, and which I'm going to beta read the second book now. And yeah, I read book 1 and oh my God.
I saw you were up until silly o'clock reading.
It was incredible.
Oh, that's exciting.
But I keep feeling like it's not that I would 100% recommend it, but I feel like it needs to be given with the preface of it isn't. It's obviously I enjoyed it, so it must be stuff that we like, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I will say it's very meaty.
Ooh, a lot of political intrigue.
So much political intrigue, so many POVs, and it's very much the type of story where you just have all these sorts of scenarios that are happening all over the place, and you're kind of intentionally supposed to be I don't know what's going on, and then right at the end it all just
she love actually do.
Yeah, basically.
Love that.
And honestly, I didn't think I was a childhood friends to lovers kind of person. Honestly, it's 100% going to be on my top reads of the year because it was incredible. I have to say, the MMC might now be in my top 5. I can't even begin to tell you the yearning that this man feels. It's when you're men written by women in books, he is it's he's really bookish. The author Meg Edwards, I was stalking her, and she, as you do, and she based him off Milo from Atlantis.
Oh my God,
kind of a bit bookish, but he looks exactly the same. A bit bookish, but still really ripped. Yeah, and he gets he has this in the King. It's kind of I'd say the world is very Six of Crows vibe.
Ooh, love that.
Ketterdam vibe. So it's kind of I don't want to say steampunk because that's not the word. I think the author says grimdark, which is a genre.
Oh, I've never heard of that.
He's the crown prince of the royal family. And he has a blood sickness, and he gets put in basically an asylum for 6 years and doesn't see his childhood friend, who's the cook's daughter in the palace. And then when he comes back, he's 19 and she's 18. They haven't seen each other in 6 years. I can't even.
Love that.
But it's a big read. It's one of those ones you read when you're in it, you have to be in the right mindset. I adored it. I was up till 1:30 a.m. finishing it last night because I couldn't put it down. Yeah.
Ooh.
When you read a book and you're I'm a changed person. That's how I feel after that book.
Oh, I love that feeling.
It was it was just incredible.
I love that books can make you feel like that.
I'm a changed person after that book. I have been messaging the author Meg all day. I was can I be sexually attracted to his arms? She was yeah.
If you want.
I can't say what his arm's doing because it's too much of a spoiler, but I said, can I be attracted to his arms doing this? And I was I think it's a microtrope now. So yeah, that's what I just read. I've just finished it. I've got the betas to read, and I'm also going to beta read The Paper Child, which you beta read a while ago for Rachel, a friend of mine.
Yeah. She's very intelligent.
She's
It's
so
a very
talented.
well-crafted book.
Yeah. So I was going to beta read it way back when, and then she was like, oh, I'm going to go back into edits now. So like, wait, and then you
fuck off.
Yeah, you basically wait and you can have like the final version. So I've got the version she's going to start querying.
Ooh.
So yeah, so that's what I've been reading. So yeah, I've loved it though. What about you?
So I can't remember what my last updates were, to be honest.
No.
But I've read Shot in the Dark, which was your author spotlight beginning of the year or a couple of months.
Yeah, it was like, yeah.
Which is like supernatural.
Fern Gully.
Yeah.
Mm.
I loved it.
Yeah, I knew you would.
And then you told me the other day book 2's out.
Yeah.
And I didn't know that.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, oh gosh, I've got some reading to do. I can't remember what else I was reading last time we spoke, but I finished everything that I had going on.
Oh, good. When I read How Does It Feel, that was the thing I forgot.
Oh, yes.
It's a Patreon.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm currently reading my author spotlight, which is A Destined Journey by Sarah Shafee.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh, I'll pick it up like in between my calls in work today and in between like work I had to do, when I ended up reading like 30%.
Amazing. We love that. That's not a bad thing.
We'll probably be recording it tomorrow because I can't. I can't.
Well, we can't talk about it. Yeah. You know you're not allowed to. You audiobook in anything?
I'm not. I know. I cancelled my Audible, so it just depends what's on Spotify Premium.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Quicksilver was on there, which was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
So I did Quicksilver on Spotify. So yeah, I just need to find something that's on Spotify and do that. And I'm currently also reading Can You Take It?
Oh, the newest one in that series. Is it no, not
The Infatuated Fae. Yeah, okay. So How Does It Feel by Janine O'Reilly. It's the final installment. Ooh. I only read about 3 chapters and then I picked up my author spotlight. So I'm not hugely into it. But yeah, so those are my 2 that I've got on the go. And I really, really, I think I've said this in multiple episodes now. Like my next read's going to be, and then I don't read it, I want to read A Curse Carved in Bone, Danielle Jensen.
That is up on my TBR as well.
It's a duology, so it's final book and done. I can just close that off and say, yep, I've done that series. Yeah.
I think I might do, because I've got, I need to do Rachel's beta. I think I might do that straight after. And
obviously we're in discussions. I think we can say this.
Yeah,
we're in discussions with Danielle to come on the podcast.
For the end of the year, I'd like to think she'll be on.
Yeah, she's in a reading She's in a writing deadline at the moment, but I'm hoping then we can get her on. So I definitely want to have read A Curse Carved in Bone. And obviously we did an episode on A Fate Inked in Blood, so we do need to do the follow-up. So I definitely want to do that. And my next author spotlight is our friend Meg Jones.
Oh, Apex Division,
yes. So I'm excited to get into them because I've got the physical copies that she sent me, so I'm excited to get into that as well.
Ooh.
Lots of exciting things going on at the moment.
Yeah, I feel like and I won't say my TBR's lacking, but like my birthday's coming up next. Is it next week? When's my birthday? Or the week after?
Week after. Well, when this comes out, it'll be next week. Yeah, this comes out a week Wednesday, and then your birthday's the following Tuesday.
Yes, the 5th. Yeah. So I'm hoping to get some bookies off my family for my birthday, so that'll like top up the TBR.
Yes, I've been adding to my Amazon wish list, and I'm like, nobody looks at it other than me. I don't know why I'm adding to it. Like, none of my family.
Oh no, but some
of our listeners do. Some of our listeners do. Yes, but like none of my family would think to like go in there. My mum has access to it. She's never bought off it. So admin, I suppose. We have our Patreon up and running. We have our new tier Full Frontal, and next week's episode, or the week after, actually, will be the live streamed episode for Full Frontal. So they'll get to watch us recording live and see all the chaos behind the scenes. And we're also going to do a Full Frontal Q&A at the end of it. Yeah. So you'll be able to ask us questions in real time and get answers in real time, or just, comment along and say like, oh, I disagree with what you said there, or yeah, I totally agree with that. So that is coming on the 28th of July.
For Full Frontal.
For Full Frontal, we'll be able to watch the live stream, but the episode doesn't come out for like 2 weeks then afterwards. There's a poll on Patreon right now to pick the episode. So we're trying to give our Patreon members like more access to the podcast and like have their say on what they want to see on the podcast. We also have our Discord. There's lots and lots of threads on there for different things, but essentially you can catch up with everything we're doing, everything we're reading, what's going on in our world, where you can find us, when we'll be on TikTok Live, when we'll be on Patreon, and all that sort of stuff. Everything goes in the Discord, and there's a lot of good conversations between other bookish people giving recommendations, saying, you know, have you read this? Yes, this is my opinion. So there's quite a lot of Discord on there.
You said that last.
Did I?
Yeah, I think I was editing it today, maybe.
I bet you rolled your eyes.
Yeah, I did.
We still have our throne going. So one of our mics is fully funded. So you'll notice it's disappeared because it was fully funded. So it comes off the website. And that money is sitting in our account ready to order the mic once we fund the second one. So that's ongoing, and thank you so much to all the people that contributed. We try and send messages of thanks on there, but just another thank you to you all. Have I missed anything?
I don't think so.
TikTok live schedules will be back up and running.
Yeah, we've just been super busy.
Yeah, holiday sickness.
Yeah, we both have been sick, haven't we?
Yeah, everything in between. It's not been a good time.
No, not a vibe.
TikTok lives will be back up and running. If you're a member of the street team of B.A. Pepper, you'll be getting your e-arcs early.
Yeah, so I've made the decision to send e-arcs out about a week or two before for the street team, which turns out there's quite common practice nowadays. So I did actually get an email off my editor. There's a slight delay in them getting it back to me, only a week. So I'm going to have it back on the 8th of August.
Ooh.
So there's going to be like a few minor tweaks to make, but pretty much it's like maybe like a week of work for me, maybe 2. And I think it's going to be ready to go out to
I'm so
arcs.
excited to have other people that have read it so I can discuss with them, because obviously like I can discuss with you, but like you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So there's not really any intrigue that like we can like have a back and forth.
It's difficult for me to talk to you about it because I can't,
and then you're like smirking at me and I'm like, oh, there we go, that happens.
Because I'm a really bad liar. Like when we had Chinese it was like 2 months ago, and we were talking about it, you kept asking me questions and I just like wasn't answering, and you were like, oh, that means yes. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, because you've just got this little smirk on your face. No, and I'm like, bad. Oh, there we go then.
Yeah. So yeah, it's weird because, you know, it's been like a thing for so long. I feel there's been so much anticipation for it. To have it out in the world, it'll probably, to be honest, be going out to all ARC readers or everybody else who just signed up for the e-ARC. It'll probably be with the bigger bulk of the e-ARC team, like the week we go away to Malaga. So I'm just going to be sat in Malaga, like watching all these 1-star reviews come in.
No, absolutely not. I'd be shocked if there were any 1, 2 or 3-star reviews.
I think there will be.
SJM?
Well, yeah, so if any of you are on our Discord, and it's kind of another reason to encourage you to sign up to our Discord, is as soon as we know a schedule, we post it in Discord. We technically didn't have anything scheduled for next week, but we had an ACOTAR fucking 6 announcement, guys.
Finally, it's happened to me right in front of my face, and I just can't decide. I don't know the words.
I don't know. I think those are it.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Yeah, I think was it when I was sick, or maybe like just before? Maybe, I don't know. We were not together. I think, were you sick? No. Maybe
you were sick, but I was up at dull o'clock in the morning because I just don't sleep very well. So I saw this at like 2 or 3 a.m. and I sent it to you on Instagram. And then obviously went to sleep. And then by the time I'd woken up, the whole world had gone crazy about it, and it was on every story, and like everyone had posts about it. But I feel like I saw it first.
She posted it then just because she knew Sam was up.
Thanks, insomnia.
Yeah, so we've had a minor but an ACOTAR 6 announcement. So SJM posted that she has finished drafting the next book. at least one, if not more. But what this means for us, because like, let's be honest, that's the most important thing here, obviously, is that we are going to do an ACOTAR 6 episode next week.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about everything that we know factual, everything where we are up until now. We're going to have like a summary of like what's happening, and then talk about like theories, possibilities. So we're going to balance it with like factual, what we know, versus all the insane things that Sam and I can think of, and also like the other things that you guys have said and the internet and so on. We have done like an ACOTAR 6 wish list episode way back when, like a gajillion years ago, it feels like now.
But that was essentially what we wanted to see, not necessarily what we think we will see.
Yeah, exactly. So we're recording it when we talk like this evening.
Yeah, we're talking it straight after this.
But it's going to come out next week. So yeah, we're excited. That's been a bit of a change in plans, but we wanted to like talk about it. We had intended last week when we were supposed to record this to do a bonus episode, but then I was sick and it kind of didn't happen. But then we were like, let's just do a whole fucking episode on it.
I know.
So next week it will be ACOTAR 6. I don't know what we're going to call it. Like
theories?
What? Yeah, like ACOTAR 6 announcements. Yeah. Like, I don't know. But we probably will be spoiling all of the SJM universe. I'm going to be honest. It's going to maybe...
Yeah, like a lot of my theories include Crescent City.
Yeah, like the factual portion, which we'll stick to at the beginning, maybe not. But then we will say, like, right, we're going into theories now, and you need to have read
everything.
The Massiverse to continue. Yeah, so that's exciting.
And we will discuss... Is it a D? Is it an arrow?
Oh, yeah.
Is it an 8?
Oh, I've got so many things on it. Yeah.
The internet has gone fucking wild over this squiggle.
Like, generally, right, this is tangent, but like, we're not an SJM podcast, but like, it's a lot of our...
Heavily influenced,
right? We love it. Actually, because we have very little like SJM-ness things going on right now, there's not really much to talk about in the SJM world, in the fandom, let's say. And I know like we've met some incredible people because of these books, and like, you know, we love people, and everyone that we speak to is lovely. But then whenever we post anything SJM related, we'll get these random people who are not like our listeners, right? They're just randomers, which remind me why there's unfortunately a percentage of the fandom that are terrible. People just get so fucking like, it's not even an opinion, just so like arsey.
Yeah.
So it's like you've just called their mother a slag.
So angry. Oh my God, you've just reminded me, we had our first hate comment.
Yeah, we did.
About the hot fish.
Yeah. So our podcast, this is such a fucking tangent episode. We didn't need to talk about Onyx Storm tonight. We could have just come here and just literally, one day we're going to have that episode. We plan nothing and we just show her.
Okay.
Let us know if you want that, guys. It has absolutely zero direction. Because we could do it.
Chaos.
Our hosting platform, our podcast hosting platform, posts our podcast onto loads of different platforms, and we always forget that it goes on YouTube. I never really check it.
Yeah. So
I opened my app to see we had like notifications on. We have a good decent sized following on YouTube. Yeah. And someone had commented on one of was it a YouTube short? I think.
Yeah. Basically, you said about fish in the water, and I said, they wouldn't be in a hot spring because it's hot, and then you were like trying to grapple for a hot fish joke.
There was a pun there to be had, yeah.
And then somebody commented like the only thing fishy is
between your legs.
Yeah, between both of your legs, and we were like, okay. Yeah. Cool.
But to have gone like a year and a half.
And yeah, we've never had like hate.
Not like a direct one. We've had some people being a bit fucking pissy, but not like directly at us.
Yeah, because didn't we in that thread of like people who deserve to die, and I think we put Amarantha, and remember that TikTok that blew up with like, it's got like ridiculous amount of views, and then everyone was commenting they're a person, and then somebody was like replying to everyone in our comments.
That was the crazy podcast.
Oh my God, yeah.
We had to block.
Yeah, she was like, hypocrites.
Yeah.
You don't like Tamlin. You don't. If you don't like Tamlin, you don't like Rhysand.
She's the one who's 1-starred us on all the platforms.
Yeah, so if you go on Spotify and see we have a 1-star review, it's just this crazy podcast.
Crazy podcast that like spam hated like 60 podcasts. Anyway, that's a whole other story.
Yeah, sorry, we've gone
Tangent.
off.
But there was
If you
something
want story time, let us know.
You started off about something and then didn't finish. We had, there was another one though. Oh, we had loads of people. We posted the jokey one about Aelin and Rowan being cousins, and people were like, well, it's actually very distant. And it's like, well, it's still fucking disgusting.
And when you said that Throne of Glass was this generation...
No, that was bad.
Yeah.
Actually, do you know what? If I'd have read some of those replies, they were like literal death threats. I'd take it down. That was so bad. When I said that Throne of Glass is this generation's Lord of the Rings, I stand by it.
Yeah.
My own chest.
It's epic fantasy.
You can all go fuck yourselves, quite frankly.
The death threats were a bit much, so we did delete it.
Someone asked me if I tipped acid into my brain.
People on the internet are so funny.
But you know what, guys? You took it a bit too far. I say guys, it's not you guys listening.
Yeah, our listeners are fucking beating on us.
It's not you guys, but yeah, the death threats are a bit much.
Yeah, it's like, do you know what? I think it's time to call it a day.
Yeah. Anyway, that
was a big update.
Anyway, so next week, Actar episode. Right now, fucking Onyx Storm.
Onyx Storm.
What's the tag? Like, are you afraid of the dark? Yeah, he says that to her.
I don't know.
Like, you're afraid of the dark, Violet? Oh, that was good, wasn't it? Oh, did that do something for you?
No.
Oh, that was a shame.
Brave
the dark.
Shall we start with the blurb?
Yeah, okay.
After nearly 18 months at Basgiath War College, Violet Sorrengail knows there's no more time for lessons, no more time for uncertainty, because the battle has truly begun, and with enemies closing in from outside their walls and within their ranks, it's impossible to know who to trust. Now Violet must journey beyond the fallen Aretian wards to seek allies from unfamiliar lands to stand with Navarre. The trip will test every bit of her wit, luck and strength, but she will do anything to save what she loves, her dragons, her family, her home and him. Even if it means keeping a secret so big it could destroy everything. They need an army, they need power, they need magic, and they need one thing only Violet can find, the truth. But a storm is coming, and not everyone can survive its wrath.
So this came out in January, right?
Yeah.
I didn't read it because I was hovelled away writing. You read it pretty much when it came out, right?
The day it came out, yeah.
Do you remember what you were feeling like in the lead up to?
Like before I read it?
Yeah, like just before.
I was not looking forward. I didn't love Onyx Storm. I didn't love Iron Flame.
Yeah.
I liked Fourth Wing. I didn't like Iron Flame, so I was kind of like, I've got to read it because I've started it.
Yeah.
And I've got to see it through, but I'm not looking forward. And this could end the series for me, because if this is as bad as Iron Flame was, I can't keep going on.
Yeah, I agree. This was the make or break book for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I was like, I draw a line in the sand after this if it's shit.
Yeah. And how did you feel reading it, finishing it?
First couple of chapters, I was like, have I not read the last two books?
So this has been like a really big, I'm sure I was maybe talking to a few people about this recently. Her decision to, quite honestly, fucking randomly start using people's surnames that have never previously been, okay, yeah, they might, of course she would have given surnames to fucking Sawyer and Riddoch, right? Because like, maybe she did.
Yeah.
But like, it's not Sorrengail, it's not Ryerson, it's not even Atos, right? Those three, fine, like interchange them. They're like the main three families. Yeah. And like most of the teachers are referred to as like Professor blah, blah, blah. But like Sawyer and Riddoch have only ever been referred to as Sawyer and Riddoch. So why all of a sudden are we using their
even
surnames?
Rhiannon starts getting referred to as her surname. And I did, obviously, I picked it up as I went along, but like in the beginning, I was like, I missed a book.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck is going on?
And I think what like this series falls mercy to, and like maybe other series with dragons and so on, like I don't want to compare, but like Game of Thrones, right? There's only 3 dragons in Game of Thrones. Yeah. Spoiler. But there's one dragon for every character. So like you have double the amount of
double
names.
the cast.
Literally. some of them are way too fucking similar, and that isn't, and I don't mean this in a, because they're Celtic and they sound the same, like as a Welsh speaker, I feel like, not to sound like a knob, but I feel like maybe I have a bit of a better understanding of the names the most, and even I was fucking confused because like too many similar names.
Isn't there's Sorrengail, and then there's something else that sounds very similar to Sorrengail,
and there's Cath and Card, or like there's a Cath and there's two with C's that sound I think one is Dane's dragon and one is maybe Mira's dragon, and they sound the exact same. Yeah, I agree. Like that, I felt that. I read the first few chapters and I was like, I don't have a fucking clue what's going on.
Yeah. And then they left to look for the Irids, and I really enjoyed that part of the plot when they were gone and they were helping Andana. That's my favourite part of the book.
That was everything, all the back and forth thing when they went to House Ryerson in book 2. That's what it should have been like when they went to, is it Poromil, wherever the fuck Cat's from? That's what it should have been like in book 2, but it was I agree, it was considerably better done in this book.
And then I enjoyed the end like battle scene when all that stuff was happening. But then the actual end, I was like, what the fuck has gone on? So I did enjoy it. That sounds like I'm poo-pooing it, and I'm sorry, I'm not poo-pooing it. I actually did really enjoy the book, but the ending has just left me confused, but I think that was your intention. You know, you're supposed to be left feeling confused. So am I ready to pick up the next book? Absolutely.
So it's redeemed itself in your...
Well, she's got me in a chokehold now because I'm like...
Me too.
Well, when did they get married? How did they get married?
I know.
Where is Aiden?
I know.
Like, I have questions.
Who's the brother? Who's the betrayer?
Who's missing with him? Where are the 6 dragon eggs?
What the fuck is Imogen's signet?
Yeah, so, you know, she's got me back on the bandwagon. Well done, Rebecca.
Yeah, so like I said, I didn't read this when it came out, and I had a list of stuff I needed to catch up on. So I got to it I'd say about 3 or 4 weeks ago now. And I was like, I could have picked it up way sooner, but you know, you're just like, ugh. I took it on holidays with me in March, just after I finished draft 1. And I was also really heavily medicated on new Menti B meds. So like, maybe it wasn't the right time. But was a little bit bipolar.
Oh, I needed this today.
Yeah, me too, actually. I read like do you know what it was? This is so bad to say, right? But who gives a fuck? We talk about fucking. You were talking about last week. Oh, I was editing this week's episode today or this morning.
What is it?
The microtropes one. Yeah. And you literally just talk about having sex with your dog in the room all the time. We're talking about microtropes, and then we're talking about like the one horse trope. And then I'm saying, oh, well, a friend of mine, Rachel, had said that actually 2 people on one horse is like really not good. Like you can't really do it. And then I was like, oh, and there's some people who like not shagging on the horse, but like a bit of, you know, like, and you were like, oh, well, if she was like on his lap and and I can get behind that. And I'm like, no, because the poor horse. And you're like, it's an animal. It's not involved. And I'm like, no, I know that, but in a way, just doing it in front of an animal. I was like, it's like having sex with your dog in the room, and you're like, oh, I do it all the time. And I was like, oh, we're very different people.
Great. Cool. Don't remember saying that.
Yeah, it's funny.
And that went out raw.
It's been out raw for Patreon for like a month, yeah. Yeah, Patreon have had it for like a month and it's going out. But I didn't edit it out. It was really funny. And you didn't tell me to, so...
Cool.
Anyway, what were we talking about?
You being heavily medicated.
Heavily medicated. But the other reason why I like picked it up and was like, fuck this, is I read like the first like 5 or 6 pages and I just finished writing my book and I was like, this is so much fucking better than mine. And you know, like I kept opening it and being like, oh, this is not like when I say really good, it wasn't particularly gripping, but you know, just like well written.
Fuck you, Rebecca.
And I was like, ugh. So I just kept, but anyway, but when I read it, I think my expectations were so in the pit. Sorry. And I don't mean that like, but like you, you'd think though, with this book being like, us continuing to read this series, this book was our ride or die.
Yeah.
You'd think our
expectation?
No.
Threshold?
No. Like our bar.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Would be much higher because we were like, you need to sell it to us. But it was like, I just need to enjoy, like, because that's the thing.
I just need to get through it.
I just need vibes. That's the thing with it. It doesn't need to be the next Lord of the Rings. I just need to be vibing, and that didn't happen in book 2. But I think because my expectations were so low, I fucking loved it.
Yeah.
It took me, I got to about, I was in the first 100 pages and I was messaging Grace actually about it, texting Grace. And I was like, Grace, if this doesn't pick up in the first 100 pages, because I'm lost, who the fuck's Llewellyn? Is Llewellyn a person or is it a place? I think it's both. I've come to that conclusion now, having read 1,000 pages, is that Llewellyn is a council person and it's also a place.
Yeah, I think so. Or a house, or something.
Fuck knows. But yeah, I was just like, this, I'm not enjoying it. Like, it's too confusing. We're back to the same old nonsense again.
Yeah.
And then I heard 2 words. And I was irrevocably changed as a woman. And will be for the rest of my life. I can only compare it to getting my first period.
The fuck?
What it did for me hormone-wise was like, I became a woman again.
Okay.
I was 10 years old again, getting my first period. Or, 10 getting my first training bra.
Okay, cool.
But that was Professor Ryerson.
Professor Ryerson.
I know it sounds stupid, right? But I really didn't see it come in. But what I will say, because obviously you're listening to this full spoilers, it wasn't done enough for me.
Yeah.
If she did that, which I love that she went there, because like, I didn't think he could get hotter, but then he did.
Yeah. But
it needed to be, I felt like this book was so busy that it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
And I think I said to you, book 2 would have benefited so much more.
Yeah.
From that trope. Not that I'm saying you write to tropes, but like, it would have benefited more in book 2 than this book, because this book was so busy as it is. I don't think this book needed it. I think I still would have enjoyed it without it. And honestly, it was like 10% because he was hardly there.
Yeah.
He's a duke. He's a venin. He's a
professor.
He's got too many strings on his bow.
He's a dragon rider.
Yeah, he's riding other things as well.
You know what I needed is like a Professor Ryerson turn to write on the blackboard, his bum in the leather riding pants and like hot for teacher. That's what I needed.
I needed him in slacks and a slutty little pair of glasses. Yeah, he needed to be like a book professor.
I wanted hot for teacher. Yeah. That's what I wanted.
But not like he was really just like a combat training.
Yeah.
And he maybe did 1 class and that was it.
I needed him to like spread her out on his desk.
Yeah, I needed an office bang. Biblically.
I needed like a sweep the desk. Yeah. Throw her down.
Bit of chalk as lube. Yeah, definitely.
Expected you to say that. Chalk, the driest substance.
To be honest, it wouldn't put her off.
Why chalk?
I'm just trying to think. Ink. I'm just trying to think of like classroomy things. Sorry.
Chalk.
Like a gymnast.
Thing that
Think about to power lift.
Yeah, she's above his head.
I don't know if somebody went to think, they're like, 1 sec. Chalk. Right now,
you'd be like,
what were we on about? Yeah, I needed an office bang.
Yeah,
that was disappointing.
And I needed like glasses slipping down his nose while he's in like a shirt,
like a V-neck sweater vest and a shirt. I know, that's what I needed. So I loved it, but I feel like there was a lot more potential. And I think it would have made sense. And then the other thing was, like, I guess it was written in, not only, but one of the reasons is to add tension, because then it's like, can't bang a teacher. But then like they go
She's like, watch me.
Well, and also like, okay, they can't do anything in Basgiath, but they couldn't have anyway. Even if he wasn't a teacher, they wouldn't have allowed him to come into Basgiath and sleep in her room.
Yeah.
And then they just ended up going on fucking holidays for 8 weeks together. So, like, it didn't really, I don't know. I don't really know what the point of it was.
Yeah. Well, he's holding back as well, isn't he? Because do they bang or they have a sexual encounter? And
no, they bang. They break the table.
And he burns his handprints into a headboard. Like he channels accidentally.
That's the first. I don't think they're banging then, but that's like the first time.
Yeah, and he channels.
He starts to channel,
and then burns her headboard.
Stops him really quickly, but yeah. But then they bang in like when they're away. I think it's when they're in one of the like islands, and then they break the table, and like all of them knock on the door, and they open the door, and they're all in like looking through. Yeah. Like, did you break the table? And
no, yeah. So let's talk about them going on their adventure.
Yeah, so as much as I really enjoyed it, and I'm actually shocked that we got in one of those islands, we actually got quite a lot of revelation about like who Violet is and why she is the way she is and what's going on. As shocked as I was that we got that, because I wasn't expecting, I thought she was literally going to keep us holding on to like, the last fucking book for any of that. What was the point? Because they went to all these fucking islands and then the Irids just showed up. They never actually got to the islands where the Irids were from.
They go to somewhere and they're in like an antique bookstore and her dad's left her journals.
Yeah.
And she's like, the woman's quizzing her and then her granddaughter starts beating them up. And a little bit fucking strange, wasn't it?
That was weird.
Yeah.
Well,
like the quest to find the password for the... Yeah,
like what was it? Like, who was your first level? Who holds your heart or something?
Yeah,
wasn't it?
And he used his mother's dragon's name or his father's dragon's name.
I can't remember. Who was your first love or something? Yeah, I don't remember, something like that. But then the whole thing where they go to the weird island and they give him all a gift.
I've got them written down.
One's like a broken clock or something.
Hang on, because I was pissing myself at this. Let me find it. Yeah, so Calixta is the woman, and she says that you have to find out what gifts their god has chosen for them. If they accept the gifts without complaint, they may speak to the queen. To choose a gift, they need to pick cards. Mira gets wine. Marin gets 2 tunics. Dane gets a slap in the face, which is just fucking perfect, and he has to say thank you for it. Garrick gets a rusted bucket.
Yes.
Arik gets a mirror. Zayden gets a glass box. Violet gets a compass. Riddock gets a kiss. Cat gets a necklace. Drake gets a kitten and calls it broccoli. And Traeger gets shot in the chest, and then his Gryphon dies.
I saw a theory that apparently that people think that all those items are going to like...
Oh yeah, it's got to mean something.
Benefit them. So like the compass will help you find Zayden, like all these different things.
It's got to mean something.
Yeah. Yeah, I did enjoy all those scenes. And I mean, obviously, Zayden finds his fucking mother. Unintentionally.
And he's got brothers.
I forgot that she was alive. I thought she was killed.
And me.
But she dips out of the marriage.
Yeah, and leaves him there.
Yeah. And she obviously remarries. And the guy she remarries is an equal fucking piece of shit.
Well, they bring out Zayden's favourite cake and it's poisoned. Yeah. And none of them eat it. But Garrick does.
No, Riddock, I think.
No, Garrick. Garrick eats his slice before Violet figures out the cake is poisoned.
Sorry,
Garrick almost dies and the triumvirate are about to let it happen. Oh, and Violet poisoned them back.
Yes.
Yeah. That was wild.
Yeah.
And it can be treated with figs. That was just a random little antidote in there.
Yeah, I really enjoyed all those. I really enjoyed all of it, but I really enjoyed those parts, I have to say.
They go to the King Courtland of Deverelli, and he'll only meet with royalty, which Zayden is because he's a duke, and he takes Violet as his consort, and the king has taken Halden prisoner.
He was such a piece of shit. Can we talk about him being Violet's like first love even before Dane? Also wild how weird Xaden got about it, and literally like, doesn't he like chuck him across the room or something?
Yeah, he puts his hand on her and he literally throws him.
Yeah, wild. Yeah.
But like they're realising that it's an attack, and he has 3 panthers that show up, which is just fucking mental. Xaden channels from the ground again. His eyes are bright red. So she's like, right, you fucking go. Get out. Sorrengail, take him. And she's the only one who can still talk to a dragon. All the others, like, it's like turned off. But she can still talk to Ten and Andana. Violet makes Andana hold the panther in his mouth and makes him make a deal with her. And like, Andana was like, well, she probably would have eaten him.
Yeah, she would have, but
as fucking she. But she makes her leave. She makes him make a deal with them, and they use their island as like a base point then.
Yeah.
But I thought that was very clever from Violet, because that situation was going downhill very fucking fast.
He's such a monumental piece of shit.
Oh my God.
And couldn't be more polar opposite to Arik, yeah. Wild.
Yeah. There's a lot of theories that the 6 missing eggs have been taken by Arik, and he's gone to try and be like an adversary for like Basgiath and that realm, because he could speak all the languages. I don't know if you remember when they were going to these separate places, he could speak their languages. Well, and there's a lot of theories that he's taken the 6 eggs to sort of barter for them to support them and help them against the Venin.
I also saw that it was an interview Rebecca Yarros did recently when she was like touring for Onyx Storm, and she did like a live Q&A, and somebody asks like, who's the brother betrayer at the end? And she said, you need to pay attention to like somebody, because they're the ones who's turned Venin secretly. Because she said the brother has turned Venin. Not only has turned him over to the Venins, but like is a Venin, has been hiding as a Venin. And she said that like, you need to pay attention to somebody who's been like, who's lost the most and been the most like ignored and pushed out. And like all the comments were like, Arik, it's Arik. Because apparently he's been trying to get Violet to like see the truth, and she's kind of not been taking his warning seriously, because obviously that must be his signet, right? That he can like, he has some kind of like truth signet.
Well, he tells her to like be at the temple
at the right time. And what does he give her at the end? He leaves her something, doesn't he? He gives her like a gift. Like, is it a mirror or something?
Or what, the mirror that he had from that thing?
I'm sure at the end, doesn't she, or like, doesn't he tell her like, you need to do this, or like, I'm sure at the end he tells her to do something or leaves her with something. Yeah, and all the comments were that it was going to be Arik. My 2, like, if I had my money on anyone, it's Arik, maybe 3. I feel like Bodhi's too obvious, and like, I just don't feel like Bodhi, you know, when he's being described during, I don't think it's Bodhi. No. Do you know who I think it is? I think it's Brennan. Every time towards the end Brennan got described, it was like, he looks sallow, he looks tired, there's dark circles, like all the descriptions of Brennan towards the end is how unwell he's looking. And he says it's like a brother I've only just gained. Well, he marries Violet at the end, right? So he becomes his brother-in-law. I think it's Brennan, because because then in the interview Rebecca also says like, the person's been pushed to channeling. That's how they've become Venin. So, and if you think about it, like Brennan literally brings Mira back from the dead. Yeah. Like he's been forced to use his healing powers so much towards the end that I think he channels.
This theory here says Brennan uses Sloane as a conduit to take power from Dane to heal Mira, which works. Sloane also says something like Dane shouldn't have as much power as he does. Foreshadowing, ? Yeah. Could be Dane.
It could be Dane. Yeah. It could be. I'd seen like, because I wouldn't say loads of spoilers, but I did get some stuff spoiled for me. I saw the like, I got like the eyes on me sort of like thing spoiled. I was expecting it to be a bang, and it wasn't. It was just like, everyone's like, oh my God, Sloane and Dane. And I'm like, it was like one fucking interaction. Yeah. Don't get me wrong, I think she's setting it up for that. Yeah. But like, that's not. You know. Yeah.
Couldn't get on board with the fucking aware or whatever you were saying.
I didn't notice it that much. I noticed the first time I did. I didn't think he said it that many times.
So annoying.
Yeah. We also get like explanation as to why Violet, like why her hair is the way it is. So when they go to that island and they meet with those people, the ones they end up fighting, Dane, Xaden, and Violet,
Mm-hmm.
am I right in saying that they are some kind of religious sect that believe in the one goddess?
Yeah. And so Violet notices that all the attendants there have silver hair, and she's like, okay. And
but then there's a little girl who's got it like her, where it's just the ends.
Yeah. And that's when Arik says to Violet, we have to protect Dune's temple to save Tyrrendor. And Violet's like, oh, fucking shut up, Arik.
But when she goes there, is it that she learns that her father, because you find out that like Violet's parents fell out with her grandmother, and it's because Violet's father takes Violet there when she's young to be like, it's not committed, but there's a word that they use, like to be like given to the god, right? As like a servant. So the dedication is linked to a silver streaked hair.
Dedicated.
Yeah. So those dedicated to Dune. The dedication also seems to grant her a degree of power and a feeling of longing for the temple though her dedication was incomplete. Furthermore, Violet's dedication to Dune is intertwined with the narrative of Venin and the dangers they pose, as her father's actions were motivated by a desire to save her from a perceived threat related to a potential as a dark, powerful, though potentially dark individual. So I think what we learn is that there's some kind of prophecy or something.
Yeah. So after their parents returned, Naira stopped speaking to them. Brennan argues that this doesn't mean they took Violet to Dune's temple and dedicated her, since that has been illegal for hundreds of years. Mira says it must have happened. The priestess started and then told Lilith and Asher that they only accept children whose futures are certain, and Violet's was not. She still had paths to choose from. The priestess said they could still accept her depending on her choices, but she'd turn, and then Mira spots Violet and stops talking. Mira meant turn Venin. Violet tells her siblings that their parents did try to dedicate her, and they went to Umbriel to do it. Violet realizes that her dad took her to the temple to try to fix her.
Because I think that whatever this like prophecy it says, like that basically it sees a Venin in her future, but I think they come to the realization that like Violet's dad interpreted that as Violet's going to turn Venin. So he's like, well, if we dedicate her now, she can't turn Venin.
Yeah.
But it didn't mean that. It obviously meant Xaden. But obviously he couldn't foresee that.
Yeah. There's a fucking lot going on in this.
Do you think her dad's alive?
Yeah.
I think her mum and dad are coming back, or at least her dad.
I think her dad's still alive.
Yeah.
But then they already did it with Brennan, so like, is it a bit done?
Yeah, I think
if she does it again.
Yeah, I think she'll do it again.
Like,
also, Mira nearly dying and then not dying was why, innit? Like, just
like, I hate that scenario when somebody dies and then gets brought back.
I think if it's like one time and it's a really big, like, epic thing and it's drawn out, like, fine. But like, she dies and then what was the point? I don't know. Maybe there's a point in the next book, but I didn't really understand it. Because I don't care then. Like, I know that people aren't going to die. So it takes, like, the trepidation away from it. I did think that Imogen's friend who died...
When?
That was really sad.
Really sad.
I don't know why. I thought Imogen was gay. I thought they were together. But then Imogen has something for Garrick.
That was really sweet as well, her and Garrick. So to go back to what Arik gave her...
Yeah.
Violet opens her package from Arik. It's a ceremonial dagger from Dune's temple where Theophany can't step inside because she's been banned, with a note from Arik that says strike in the darkness.
Yeah.
And then Xaden uses his shadows to make everything dark and they're in complete blackness. And Violet realizes that he meant now, and she realizes that his signet is precognition.
Mm-hmm. But we knew that at the end of the last book, right? That he had... Oh, do you mean Arik or do you mean Xaden?
Arik.
Oh, sorry, I think I meant Xaden.
No,
okay.
yeah, Arik.
We also learn about Violet's second signet. But she's a dream walker. She can walk through dreams. Oh, yes.
Well, she sees Marin's parents getting killed in the house fire. That was fucking tragic.
Yeah, really sad.
Yeah, that was... And she sees the picture then that she saw in her... Oh, God, that was awful. Absolutely awful. And then the sage summons Xaden and they're in like a field, so like...
But Violet's like can consciously like talk at this point in the dream. Like, I guess she can kind of control it to an extent.
We don't find out who the brother is, do we?
No, we know somebody's like betrayed them.
Yeah.
But no, we don't know who it is.
Okay.
And then what are your theories on who it is?
Jack Barlow.
We know that. We know that he's...
Oh, we know he's a Venin, but I think him and Xaden are related.
Oh, you think that's the plot twist, not like that it's somebody else, it's that they're related. Oh.
Yeah. Like you said, Bodhi is his cousin, is too obvious.
And like Bodhi's, I think, just too much of a good person. Like he doesn't give the vibe at all.
It does say that Garrick is missing at the end.
Yeah, it could be Garrick.
Like you said, it could be Brennan.
I think it's Brennan, or I think... Arik is a bit... Why would he call Arik brother?
I think... Arik is the one who's taken the eggs, and I think he's trying to like get political gain with other islands. Yeah. Dane could be a shout.
Yeah, well, would Xaden call him brother?
That
was the only thing.
Yeah, but things are changing. Yeah. Also, Dane's dad is such a prick.
He's terrible, but also, again, like what I will say is with all those scenes. Like, I can't say I loved the way Violet behaved in some of those, because it's not that I'm saying I don't like her standing up to him because he's a piece of shit, but like it seemed really out of character. Violet isn't like sassy and like in your face, like a smart talker, and she never has been. So it was a bit like out of pocket for her to be like sassing him all the time, and it was a bit like, oh, do you know what it got to in the end? And there was like no real threat with him, and it gave me big Scooby-Doo vibes, you know, when they're like, you meddling kids, and they never do anything.
And
it
they
was
pull
like,
the mask
off.
off.
He'd just be like, oh, and then they'd be like, literally, and then it'd just be like, they'd be like, oh, well, fuck off, like teenagers like this, and he'd be like, oh, okay, so not really a threat. Hope he's more of a threat. I have to say, I cannot follow which fucking like teacher is which.
No, I'm gonna fuck.
Which is the bad ones? Which are the good ones? Is Melgren a good one or a bad one? Fuck knows.
Pancheck bad.
Yeah, to know.
Yeah, I think Pancheck is bad.
Pancheck bad. I think Melgren bad. I think Melgren is head of the big army.
Okay.
Not college army.
Yeah.
Big army.
Okay. Can't remember, to be honest. There's a lot of people. Like you said, it's a big cast.
It's not even that it's big. Honestly, I think first names resonate with you better. Like everyone else that's given a first name, I know who that is.
Yeah, and I will say, I don't feel like I need to know the names of everyone's dragons, because unless they're main characters, I don't fucking care.
Because you can just say like, fine, give them all names.
Yeah, but
you
just
can
just Rhiannon's dragon.
Rhiannon's dragon, whatever, Fergie, or like Ferg or whatever it is.
How do you remember that?
It's Ferg, I think.
Ferg,
yeah. Dane's is Kath. Anyway. Yeah, I agree. Like Imogen's, like you can just say in that moment, Imogen, Scorpion Tail, whatever. Yeah. Like you don't just need to go like Imogen and na.
Yeah.
You can just say Imogen.
Who the fuck's na?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
No, go on.
Can we really quickly talk about the Irids though?
That was exactly what I was just about to say.
Sort of glazed over it.
They're knobheads.
And it's so sad. I feel so sorry for Andana.
But how there's obviously something fucking going on there. Like when the Irid says who was the first, because if Andana had been the first to bond with her, then they wouldn't have seen it as like bad.
Yeah.
But because Andana chose to be the second, like bonded knowing that Tane had picked Violet. Yeah. But there's something dodge going on there, I think. There's more to be,
and they basically said because the dragons aren't being peaceful,
well, yeah,
like they're not going to get involved. And I felt really bad for Andana. Like she'd finally found her family, And then they didn't want to know it. Fine, they leave. Then is it Leonin comes back and says like, you'll have to come with me for years, like, but I can work with you. So she breaks her bond with Violet and goes, but then comes back and saves her. So I was just like, what's the fucking point in her going?
Yeah.
For her to just show back up. I'm glad she did.
When did she show back up?
At the temple.
Oh, when they get attacked.
Like she saves them at the temple, and I'm just like,
I thought he did. I thought he showed up and saves them.
No, it's Andana.
At the end.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm thinking about a different time. Okay.
How do you say her name? Theophany.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever. Theophany walks into a wall that turns out to be Andana, who is apparently back. Violet stabs Theophany, killing her because of her betrayal to Dune. Then Violet blacks out.
Oh, right at the end. Okay.
And then we get Xaden's point of view in the canyon with the brother. And then we get the ending. 6 dragon eggs are missing. Taryn is asleep and Andana says he needs to recover and Violet doesn't know recover from what. So that makes me think Sorrengail's dead. Because why would
don't tell me that.
Why would Taryn have to recover? I think Sorrengail's dead. Or Xaden's taken her so far away that Taryn is freaking out.
Like Sorrengail become Vannin or something.
Oh my god. And then Brennan asks Violet where Xaden is. She doesn't know. Imogen says, I haven't seen him since yesterday. She asks where Garrick is, and they say he's one of the missing. Brennan notices a ring on Violet's finger. It's gold with a huge emerald from the blade of Aretian. Brennan finds a letter in Violet's pocket which carries the seal of Dune. He opens it with Violet's permission. It's a blessing for Violet's marriage to Xaden. The head priestess of Dune's temple bound it. Violet can't remember. There's a note on the outside of the letter, presumably from Xaden. It tells Violet not to look for him and that it's hers now.
That definitely means the seat of Tyrrendor, doesn't it? He just wants her to rule and leave him be. And then Imogen says, like, I did what you asked me to.
Violet says, what did you do? And Imogen said, I did what you asked me to do.
Which is obviously wiping memories.
Yeah.
Because Imogen's signet is one of the only ones that we don't know is classified.
And
we find out Garrick's, which is like hopping from space to space. But yeah. I loved it.
Yeah.
I fucking loved it. It was so good. I'm so happy like I'm back. But I do wonder if you were to read them all simultaneously. No, not simultaneously. That's
back to back.
Back to back.
Yeah.
That like, is Iron Flame just a bit like there?
Yeah.
I still think Fourth Wing is my favourite.
Yeah, I agree.
But this really redeemed itself.
It did. I totally agree.
Only thing I'll say, don't do a chair bang again when the chair bang last book was way better.
Yeah.
The banging was just very like, I didn't mind the table one, fine. I just think, when people are happy and in love.
Yeah.
Like, we've lost the yearning.
And because he was like, so like, oh my God, no, I can't. It just annoyed me a bit.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, fucking grow up. So what, you're venning.
I could have really have done with a desk bang.
And like, he'd given himself like an ultimatum of like how many days he had to wait or something. And like, I was just like, oh, Xaden, fuck off.
Yeah.
He annoyed me in this book, I'll be honest.
Missed the like weed smoking Xaden from book 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. He needed a joint in there.
Yeah.
He could have done with it, I think.
Yeah.
I gave it 5 stars though.
Ooh,
I did.
I didn't.
I fucking loved it.
I think I gave it 4.
But like, I think just maybe I was in the right mentality, vibes. Yeah. Like, I just loved it. I really enjoyed myself.
Yeah. When they're in the canyon or whatever, Xaden shows Sorrengail his plan. Sorrengail is surprised and questions whether she will help. Xaden thinks she will. Who's the she that they're referring to?
I also think that maybe Violet's mum could be Vannin.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me.
Like, she's not dead, she's just Vannin or something.
Maybe.
I feel like, because this isn't going to be 4 books anymore, it's 5 now, right? So
yes,
next book was going to be the finale. She's decided it's not. We're probably looking at another at least 3 to 4 years until this series is wrapped up. I think in the last book, I would put money on there being a full Sorrengail reunion, as in like, I think
full cast.
I think that like the dad definitely isn't dead.
Yeah.
And I just somehow I felt like her mum's death was premature last book because we just didn't get much like between them, you know, like there wasn't much. And I do wonder, like, is she going to come back? Also, right, if like the Irids were a thing and there was a 6-breeder dragon and they were living on this island. Seventh, sorry. Why the fuck didn't any of the other older dragons say it? Like, they must know, right? Like, surely Turn's old enough.
Surely, well, I can't think what they're called, you know, the council.
The Empyrean.
Oh yeah, name of the fucking series. Yeah, they must know.
So why didn't they, like, say? I don't get that.
Yeah.
Also, the only thing I will say is,
and then you go fucking look for them. Why not a bunch of teenagers looking for this 7th breed? Like,
well, and also, right, the reality was, any of the research they did, they spent all this time researching for fucking weeks and weeks. Yeah, poor Jacinia. Also, I need Sawyer and Jacinia biblically. God. That is fucking adorable. But like,
could be Sawyer. He could be sad. Was he lost a leg?
His leg, and he feels really like, oh, that's a shout.
Could be Sawyer.
Ooh, it could be Sawyer. But yeah, like, what are we talking about? They do all this they do all this planning and all this prep and all this effort into like getting ready to go and try and find these islands. And in reality, they weren't even fucking anywhere near them. And they just needed to be out and about.
And just bump into them.
And then they were like, oh, we'll just come, we'll find you.
It's like how whenever you're shopping in Trostra, you bump into my mum.
Yeah, it is. It's like if I'm in the vicinity on a weekend, I will always bump into your mum. Yeah, that's so true.
She fucking loves it down there.
Yeah, she's the Irid.
She'll text me like, oh, I saw Beth.
Yeah, your mum's the Irid.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything else to say? Anything that you think is going to happen in the next book that we haven't already covered?
I'm really scared there's going to be a pregnancy trope. I thought there was going to be one in this. She voms a few times, and I thought, I'm sure she says, I think I just eaten something.
Oh my God, yeah. She gets dizzy at one point as well.
Yeah.
Rebecca, don't.
I think we might. I think there's going to be like I don't mind a pregnancy trope because there's some books that do it that like don't bother me. But sometimes they can be a bit like a baby to save them, you know. I hate that. Like, I don't. Yeah. So that's maybe one of mine. What are my other predictions? I just like need some big characters to die. I need some deaths now. Honestly, Mira I like Mira, but like Mira should have stayed dead.
And like, I found the Quinn death sad, right? I did.
It was really sad.
But I don't fucking know who she is.
Yeah, she's just such a non-character. Like, if she's obviously keeping these people alive because they need to be alive, which is fine, but then don't like tease their deaths.
Yeah.
You know, like the Brennan was such a big plot reveal in book 1. It was a good plot. I didn't see it coming. I gasped at the Brennan one. Did you?
Yeah, I remember saying that to you in the episode. I was like, they talked about him way too much for him to be dead.
I didn't see it coming, but you know, like she's done it now. Yeah. So you just can't keep.
And I do think the dad's going to be alive, and I will be disappointed then.
That one I actually don't mind so much.
I'm just like, you can't keep doing it. Oh, they're dead. Woo, here I am.
No,
they're dead. Woo, there I am. Literally, yeah. I'm like, boring.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my predictions. I don't know. The only thing that like I am losing steam with is because Violet and Xaden like in love, and I know he's Venom, but like they're together, he loves her.
Yeah.
It does start like it starts to lose this like tension, if you know what I mean.
And do you know what I think we're going to get in the next book is them not being together for the whole book, and I think that'll piss me off.
What, like not physically? Yeah.
It just annoys me.
It annoys me as well. It's too much.
Like, you know, when like they go on separate missions and then they're apart for the whole fucking book, and I'm like,
yeah.
So we'll see, but
well, at least now, like, we'll definitely give the next one a chance.
Oh yeah, like at least it didn't lose me.
And we'll probably finish out this series.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Let's just see what the next book's like. We probably will finish out this series.
But don't hold us to it.
But I really enjoyed this, I have to say.
I did. I did enjoy it. I read it in a day.
I think mine was like a day and a bit. Yeah,
I literally read it in a day. It came from the Zon. I opened it straight away and I blasted through it.
I went when it came out, so I bought it like straight away, and I didn't pre-order or anything. and I was on a lunch break and I was in Troshire, but I didn't see your mum. And it was dead because it was like a weekday lunchtime and there's a works there. And it was the day it came out. And I went and literally it was like a whole display, like a massive thing. I had like a badge and I had a bookmark because I bought it on release day. And it was cheaper to buy the hardback in the works than it was to buy the fucking Kindle version. So I was like,
the Kindle version was expensive.
Yeah, silly. So I went in, I got it. And then when I went to tell the woman was like, I don't know what this is all about. You've been putting these out for days. It's been such a big thing. What's it about? And I was like, oh, it's a bit like Harry Potter, but like with dragons and they're in uni. And she was like, oh, right. And she was like putting a thing through. She put it in the back. She's like, has it got sex? And I was like, yeah, loads. She was like, oh. Like, I might give it a go. She was like 65.
Do you like a throne band, babe?
Have you ever? Do you like cunnilingus on a throne? Well,
you're in for a treat.
This is the one for you.
Yeah, I'm going to read the next one. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Yeah. And Rebecca's got me back on the bandwagon.
Yeah, me too. It was all FOMO, right, guys? Like, it was FOMO. Because imagine, like, not like an ACOTAR. This is what I feel like it would be like, you know? But I'm glad that I'm not all in. Won't be getting...
knee deep.
Not be getting any fourth wing tattoos anytime soon, but, like, you know...
You'd probably buy the Greek version.
Definitely will buy the Greek. Maybe they'll have Spanish versions when we go to Malaga.
Ooh. Yeah, let us know what your theories are, or if you agree with our theories, if you disagree, who you think the brother is, who you think took the eggs, etc., etc. If you have those theories that you want to discuss, you know where we are.
And we'll have a Discord thread for this episode when it comes out. So, like, our Discord threads are like, you can just talk in the thread. It doesn't spoil it for anyone else who hasn't read it. Yeah, you can literally
just talk in that episode's thread.
Yeah, so like if you've got any, come join us in Discord to spiral about fourth wing theories.
And we'll be back next week with ACOTAR 6.
Our announcement episode.
Woohoo! Because we finally have something to talk about.
Yay! Mammy Mass gave us a breadcrumb.
Thanks, ma'am.
So we have to live for 3 years on it.
Yeah, make it last.
Because you're not fucking getting anything else anytime soon.
Do we have anything else?
I don't think so. I think we're done.
Done. Yeah. Lovely.